And we're back here. And of course, we told you earlier that tomorrow is Roy Cape's birthday, and we wanted to celebrate him in the midst of all of this COVID-19 and coronavirus. We just wanted to bring some sunshine into your lives and into his especially because of his contribution to Trinidad and Tobago and the greater beyond. So we have on the line Roy Pappy Cape. Good morning.
Good morning to you, my dear, and TDT. Thanks for this opportunity.
You sound like you've been up since 3 o'clock, Pappy.
I get up very early every morning, my dear. Can't help it.
Ah, okay. So how are things shaping up? Tomorrow is your birthday, right?
Well, girl, I have had 77 birthdays
Oh.
so far.
So you'll be 78 tomorrow.
So I'll be 78.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. I was trying to figure out, was it 59, 58, 69,
Right?
68? But it's 78 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you very much, and thanks to TTT. And I want to say thanks to the workers, your staff, for getting up every morning in this time that we are facing here in Trinidad. And to the people of the country, you all stay home. This is a world pandemic. It's not Trinidad alone, the whole world.
Yeah. And, well, let's talk a bit about that, Pappy, because in your, 78 years, would you have anything like this to compare it to in your lifetime, you think?
Like the pandemic?
Yeah.
Well, girl, and growing up, we had tuberculosis.
Right.
Which was a deadly something if it wasn't caught very early. And well, I've been around with SARS and all the different things that we've been having in the world.
Mm-hmm.
This one just took us by surprise here.
Yeah. So let's talk a bit about you now. I mean, tomorrow you're celebrating 78 years, and of course your contribution to not just Trinidad and Tobago, but the entire diaspora and beyond with regard to music. You've put out so many talented people out there who would have passed through your band over the years. What are some of the memories that you treasure over the past few years?
Well, first I'll call Dexter Garcia,
Yes.
Dexter Stewart, Derek Seals, Nigel and Marvin Lewis,
Right, yes.
Kurt Allen.
Listen to me on the phone. Don't listen to the television. I'm hearing the TV in the background.
I kind of understand that technology.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And after all these years, I don't really hear all that great.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, and so many other persons like Voice and Ricardo Drew and all of these people.
Yes, Voice,
Yeah.
Ricardo Drew, Danella, Khary Jacob,
Yes.
Rita Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Ghetto Flex,
Yes. And the list.
even
yeah.
Young Voice,
Right.
Kurt Allen, if I didn't call him already.
Yes, you did. Yeah. And in terms of now that I know that because of your health, you're no longer on stage. Do you miss it?
Sweetie, it's obvious after 60-something years into something, there will be times that you will miss.
Mm-hmm.
But I had enjoyed myself so much during this time that I refuse to miss it.
Right.
But I'm still involved in music. I cannot do anything else but music.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing school programs at different venues in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's my pleasure to be able to try to give back something to the young people. We didn't have it so easy when we were young.
Yeah.
Today, through the Music Literacy Trust and Ms. Jenny Lee, I have been able to get instruments that I can donate to different schools and different areas and communities then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what was it like? What was it like with you? I knew you grew up at the St. Dominic's RSC Children's Home. You said it wasn't easy when you were going through the paces when you were younger. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, Trinidad was not what it was in those times. We didn't have as much as we have today. At about 12 years, I was sort of getting out of hand. I wanted to beat pan, and every pan yard I go in, they give me 2 lash and run me, and I go on in the next one. And
why
I
were
ran
they,
away from home.
why were they beating you when you went to the panyard?
Well, I have to say because of my pigmentation at that time,
right.
the elders feel that we were supposed to go to school and get the education.
Right.
I was run from the panyard because every time they run me, they tell me go home and go and study your books.
Right.
So I ran away from home, my brother Hollis and myself, and we was on the streets for a little while until Pa.
Mm-hmm.
We was going in Royal Theatre, and he was in there waiting on us, and I only a young man come here, and we went home, and they tied us.
Tied you up?
Yes, they tied us up, because it wasn't easy.
Wow.
Carnival Day, they lock up the house, and they gone.
Mm-hmm.
We opened the windows and put on our sister dress, and we wasn't desperados. So, when I was held, I had to be taken to court.
Mm-hmm.
And the court sent me there. But my family had given me an option. My mom was born in Grenada, but she grew up here from a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was given the option to go to Grenada by my grandmother, or the orphanage in Trinidad.
Yes.
And I opted to go to the orphanage in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Where I am today, I can have no regrets of going there, because I was given the opportunity to finish my schooling, which I didn't care about too much again, because I was into the music,
right.
and I was also doing a trade. They make you learn a trade that when you come out of there, you can, live and find a way to live.
So what was your trade?
I was a tailor.
Ah.
Tailor and music go together. They're very delicate.
So did you make your own clothes for stage and so on at one time?
At one time.
Yeah, okay.
At one time.
Can you still sew? Can you still tailor?
No. When you're involved in music, music takes everything out of you.
Right, right.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Any regrets, Pappy?
No regrets. What I can say, though, through 60-something years of functioning in Trinidad playing music, I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a half a million, I'm not even a quarter million, not even 20,000.
Well, I think that's sad, though. Yeah.
There's the impression, because of the looking at shows on the television or live shows, it looked very attractive and very, profiteering. But it takes a long while for you to be able to get to play on a stage.
Mm-hmm.
And up to this day, the musicians in general, I get a little, recognition from the people and the authorities, but the general musicians, nobody knows them, nobody pays attention to them. We are on the stage playing from 8 o'clock till 11:30, 12 o'clock, and nobody has recognized the band to bring them to the audience. And I would say this with no fear or no favor. Leroy Callis, the Black Stallion,
yes,
who is my dear friend, who is going through his health challenges as myself at this time, maybe the only artist who brings the musician up front. Like with me, he would ask the audience, who is the leader of the band? And they say, Roy Cave. And he said, well, Roy, love them up for me. And I will do a solo then.
Right.
This is bringing you up. I mean, maybe like David Rudder would also do this then.
Yes.
The younger people, I guess as they grow along and more older they will get more experience. So, they will be able to see that. But it's a tough time. Since the 60s, I've been doing this, 61,
wow.
59, 61. And we always had, when Carnival done in those days, we had Lenten season, so nothing could have gone on.
Yeah. But
and today, the Corona gave us Lenten season.
An extended Lent at that.
A good part of the year is going to be very dismal to the artists and them. This is how they make their money. This is how they live. This is how they take care of the children, how they help people. They would not be able to do this because we have to stay home. We must stay home.
But I was just speaking yesterday about, well, off camera, about the fact that people may see the artists on stage, you see the singers, the musicians, and so on, the performers. But it's more than just that. It feeds in. When you have a concert, you're talking about people in the food industry, in the transportation industry, in the accommodation industry, in the lighting, design, and so many other industries are affected.
It's a lot of things, a lot of people in one show. The audience really don't see what's happening backstage and all the people that is involved, but it takes a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when they say 8:30 and we come on, everything is ready for the audience because the audience is very important to us then.
Yeah.
We love them like how we love music because without no audience, there can be no you.
Very true.
And Pappy, Khary here, good morning and happy birthday, early happy birthday.
Well, thanks to you. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Yes.
We are on a stay home, not order, but a voluntary order because not staying home could make you get that virus then.
That's right.
So I would not have anything home by me, not even friends, because the way how this thing is, you could walk out the street and walk in the house and bring it in.
That's right.
But my daughter, which be here with me, and my wife, and we're going to make the best of the day.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm happy to have a birthday because that is the day I was born. But I had so many birthdays and so many functions and parties that have been kept for me through the years. So this is not something new or something that I, crave for then.
Right.
I've enjoyed the love of the people. I want to give a little commercial to the people at Social Development for the wonderful work that you are doing to help the people who are in need of help in Trinidad and Tobago.
Definitely. And, everybody, doing their part. And, I was just wondering, actually, being that music is such a huge part of your life, are you doing anything right now in this time of the stay-home order to keep up with your music or keep up with what you've been doing?
Well, for the last 3 months ago, I spent 3 months in Sunny Grande with 60-something children. Because of the economics, at the end of the first semester, we had to cool it. And I'm now still trying to solicit donations for us to go the other 2 semesters, which in 1 year, you have 3 semesters then. Mm-hmm. The children did wonderful. There were 63 of them. They all had instruments. At the end of the 3 months, they were reading music and playing then, which, gave us a great joy then.
Definitely.
To the tutors, Mr. Richard Quallis was the musical director, Ricardo Posad, Benny Wilby, and Ken Roy Richardson. Those were the tutors who did a wonderful job. We're still hoping that the program is going to come back sometime. 2 Thursdays ago, I had a young group from New York named Buttercup. And they read about the foundation and what we were trying to achieve, and they came and they donated $11,000, which is sitting in the foundation account at CIBC Bank on Longso Killer Road.
Wonderful.
Wow, that is wonderful, as Lisa was saying.
And further, being a Trinidadian, I am also a Caribbean man. Because I cut my teeth in the Caribbean, I've eaten a lot of food, going to the Caribbean and working. And my mother, as I said, is from Grenada, so it's obvious that I have a lot of family in Grenada.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sometime March gone last year, I went to Grenada and I donated 42 pieces of instruments to Grenada.
Wow.
And they are going fine.
Wonderful. Well, Pappy, we're celebrating you all day. I know you watch the show on a regular basis, but stay with us today because we're celebrating
First thing
you
in the
today.
morning.
First thing in the morning. I'm glad because that means you get a bit of sunshine in your life. And thank you for being such a ray of sunshine in our lives. So listen, you said you're not having anybody over, but you're going to have a virtual birthday party, huh?
Well, I am going to get a letter call from Trinidad. I'm outside of Trinidad, so that is going to be my birthday then.
Okay. But tell your son to set you up with, social media so everybody can be partying with you from their homes in your homes and, have one big, nice virtual birthday party because you deserve it, Pappy. As a matter of fact, Khary and I are going to sing happy birthday for you right now.
All right, dear.
And Ainka is laughing because we kind of have a kind of off-key kind of happy, but you're a musician. You could tolerate us, okay?
So I met somebody that I must call.
Yes.
I must call the name of Carl Beaver Henderson.
Yes, Beaver, yes.
Has been one of the people when I came back from away. I spent 7 years away. Beaver is one of the people who took me into Semp Studio. We had formed a band named TNT Rainbow. We had did Shorty album with Shanti.
Right.
We did Explain a Positive Vibration. We did a lot of work. We did Posa, Road March, Final Party. So I want to say thanks to Beaver, who has been, although he's younger than me, but he has been like a dad to me in my return into Trinidad.
Yes.
And to Don Ramdeen, the person who we did all the rehearsals, which the band is still there rehearsing. I must say thanks to Don, thanks to Devi Buru Singh, all these people who has helped us, Vishnu, Hari Prasad, all these are song system people that has assisted in one time or the other then.
Yes, Pappy. Well, you have touched so many lives, and we just want to thank you as well for what you've done for Trinidad and Tobago and the wider community, the diaspora, and all over the world where your music have touched, and also the persons who you've put out there and created a platform through the Roy Cape All Stars for them to shine. So here's your happy birthday song from us. Are you listening?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Ready, Khary?
Almost.
Almost. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday.
That one?
We bust already. We bust already.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
dear Pappy.
happy birthday to you.
The ending is always good, The ending is always good. Happy birthday, Pappy.
Happy birthday.
Thanks to you. And I want to say on record, Lisa,
Yes.
that we are family.
Yes.
Because Lisa's father is one of the people who grew me up at the orphanage.
Wow.
I used to cut his hair, and I also sewed his clothes when he played Back to Africa with George Bailey.
I never
And
knew
about
that.
1953, he
Wow.
was able to get the institution to give me in his care, and he took me to play mass with the Dem Fortunates band, and I was the mascot of the band. So I have to say thanks to the Wickhams for most of the things that I learned and supervising me and keeping me in the right path then. So Lisa, you're my younger sister because your father was like my father.
Pappy, you're bringing tears to my eyes. Thank you so much. Let me go quickly to a break before I start to cry on national TV now.
Crying is contagious,
Have a wonderful birthday, Pappy.
Thanks to you, my dear. And thanks to TDT. I know TDT long before this fancy TDT. And where Radio Trinidad was down in the corner down there.
That's right. Yes, yes.
I want to say a special get well to Mr. Dennis Ash.
Right.
One of the soldiers of Desperados who have never missed a panorama.
Mm-hmm.
He is at the San Fernando burn facility. He had a problem.
Yeah.
My friend from very young,
Yeah.
and he still called me White Eagle.
Pappy, we're going to have to leave it there, but we're going to be cheering you up all through this morning. So stay with us, all right? So thank you so much, Roy Cape.
And happy birthday.
Before I go, I want to say, Dennis, if you're hearing me, my brother, have faith in God.
Yeah.
Without God, nothing nothing cannot happen then.
Yeah. All right.
So thanks to you all again, and have a blessed day, and love you people for the work that you're doing, because what you do affects all of us in Trinidad.
Thank you so much, Pappy. Thank you so much.
So have a good day, and
Same
bless
to
to you
you.
all, Lisa.
Yeah.
You know, you're my favorite darling.
Oh, don't let Destra and all the others say that. Go on, we go on now. All right then. Thank you so much. That was
Thanks
Roy
so much.
Kid
Yeah,
on
so
the line.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He's such a loving person, eh?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And you see him on stage very quietly, and you don't know that
Yeah,
he
that-
has all that personality.
That's right, yeah.
Because you see him performing in the background. As he said, most people don't bring the bands to the
to
fore.
the fore,
Yeah.
but they are the ones that really carry it.
Yeah, yeah.